Okay, it says I'm live now. All right, and we're live again on the Beardarchy. I don't know, we had some technical difficulties at the start of this. So anyway, we have Cody here today, and
Hello.
he's back for Beardarchy episode 18. We've been slacking the last few months. My internet's been ass. Idaho can't do the whole internet thing. They can't figure it out. Fiber optic and whatnot. I don't know. But this podcast is covered by the BitCop no government license, and which means anybody can use this and reuse this except for the government or the blood use thereof. And then we are also covered by Brandenburg v. Ohio, 1969. Court held that the government cannot punish inflammatory speech unless that speech is directed to, inciting, or producing imminent lawless action and is likely to incite or produce such action, which means everything said here on the Beardarchy Project is hypothetical.
You know what's crazy about your guys' internet?
What?
It's my mom lives in the middle of nowhere, Tennessee. Like, you gotta drive across the creek and up a dirt road. And she has gigabit up and down fiber optic.
Must be nice.
I just find that amusing. Like, the middle of nowhere, Tennessee has fucking fiber optic, but you guys can't even in your city.
Well, here's the thing, right? So the church out here is scared that if all the Mormons start watching porn, they're going to stop having babies. That's the real problem.
Oh my god.
Guaranteed.
They gotta have just slow enough internet that the porn buffers too much.
Yeah, and where they just get annoyed and they're like, "Bucket, can't get off," and then they get off.
And then they just go fuck their cousin.
Yeah, or something.
You think they'd just go down to the liquor store and buy Playboys, bro?
Not the same.
Do you think a Mormon state can just have Playboys at the gas station?
Yeah, dude. What
They do. You remember I lived in Idaho for a few years, buddy.
How many Playboys did you buy while you were there?
I didn't buy any.
Mm,
I had like 3 girlfriends when I was out there.
sounding sus. Sounding sus.
Like Caden?
I think you had one girlfriend and like 12 Playboys. And Caden definitely fucked that prostitute.
One girlfriend.
The lady boy from Thailand.
Yeah, dude.
He's not in Thailand yet.
Oh shit! Did we tell Caden that we dropped him on the podcast and mean like Caden fucked that prostitute?
We'll just clip it and send it to him.
Yes.
Oh my God.
We're gonna have to clip it and send it to him. That's so funny. All right. Anyway, let's get this started.
On? Yeah.
So we're gonna start it off with the ice raids or the ice raid protests in Los Angeles, and how fucking corrupt that shit was. So, Devin here has a pretty big take on that.
The fucking deploying of goddamn U.S. troops on fucking national soil.
Not a fan of
So
that.
even
man.
the National Guard. I mean, fuck.
Did you see what the U.S. troops they were?
Marines?
Yes, they were boot camp Marines that were not given live ammunition. There was nothing inside the guns.
Oh, that's all
And they were
great.
from boot
They got-
camp.
They also had like really shitty living conditions too, so it's kind of fucked.
The whole fucking situation. I mean, it would have been, once again, with protests, they become violent because, you know, police are inept and not trained to do their jobs correctly.
Right.
As in, they're like, holy shit, this guy's walking towards me. Let me just shoot a tear gas grenade in his fucking mouth.
Honestly, I've seen
Yeah.
some of those fucking videos that came out where like they were blasting fucking people like point blank with tear gas.
There was
canisters
an
and shit.
Australian reporter who was not even doing anything. She was recording, and a cop shot her in the fucking ass with a fucking rubber bullet.
Did you see the British guy who got shot in the forehead, and it busted open his forehead, and he had like a giant fucking goose egg from it?
Yeah, it was fucking wild.
Yeah, it's just fucking ridiculous. Train your if you're gonna have a law enforcement agency, which is fucking horseshit anyways, that's not what they're supposed to be for, but you should at least have them trained well enough that they can recognize threats.
For sure.
And There were definitely threats of it in the vicinity, but like half the things that happened should not have happened to begin with.
The threats wouldn't have become a reality if they weren't dumb as fuck.
I don't know. It was like day one. They were already burning police cars and all this and that,
Yeah,
which I
afterwards.
think's not right either.
Well, I mean, I don't give a fuck about police cars. I don't think you should burn your own community. Fuck cop cars,
Right.
I don't care.
See,
You
now,
paid for them anyways.
that's a take that I can get behind, right? So like, my whole thing. So I'm gonna take a step back in time here to the George Floyd like protests and riots and shit. I am all for burning down like Targets, fucking WalMarts, Big Corp, right? Fuck Big Corp, government buildings. I'm not. I'm not pushing for that. Brandenburg v. Ohio. Don't go around burning political buildings or government buildings, right? But whatever. I support that. I think that's all within protest, right? But now the one thing that I do not agree with is burning down like mom and pop shops or like mom and pop grocery stores and that kind of shit. Hands down, that's a fucking problem to me because that's your fucking community right there. Like that, those people aren't the ones that are fucking the system. Like they're getting fucked all the same. Just like you, just like everybody else that's out there fighting for the same thing that you're fighting for and protesting. And I don't know. That's my popular opinion on that. To be honest, I don't.
I mean,
And
Sorry.
you're good, Cody.
all the rampant looting too that was going on during all this, where people were just busting into every store they could find and stealing as much as they could.
Well, I
was
honestly,
ridiculous.
with people like that, I don't really think they're part of the protest. I think they just show up during these things and use the protest as an excuse.
Oh yeah, but they're also those same ones that help promote the violence during the protests.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but ineptitude is my biggest issue with these riots. Is because half the time, even the peaceful ones, I mean, I've seen plenty of videos where there's literally just people like on lines, chilling, and then cops are like fucking canister them.
Right. Which it's just not right. It's fucking police brutality at its finest.
Yeah, I mean, and I've been to I went to one of the, not, it wasn't a George Floyd, but it was a Black Lives Matter protest in Cleveland, and literally people were just pretty much just sitting around, and they just started fucking like trying to corral people, and they were using smokes and shit to try to get people to go certain ways.
Yeah.
Just, if it's gonna be peaceful, let it be peaceful. Don't be a fucking cunt.
No, I completely agree with that. It's just kind of ridiculous. Like, the one thing that really kind of fucks me off with the whole thing with this California shit, right? Is so like is it Galvin or whatever the fuck, whatever, Newsom, right? Mr. Newsom, the fucking governor. He is the one that decides that if he needs the National Guard or not. Not Trump. Trump don't do that. That's not Trump's place. And like so that's like a big number one problem for me there. And like the fact that like Newsom openly was like, I didn't ask for this. I just want to protect my community, and having ICE raids in my community is not what the community wants nor needs. And like, get the shit the fuck out of here. And I don't know, like that to me was like everybody. I mean, right, Comnifornia, right? That's what the nickname is. At least it is here. I don't know if any of you guys have heard that, but like that is probably one of the most American statements right there. Is like this dude is out here fucking protecting his community the way that his community wants to be protected, and he's willing to go to jail for that because what the fucking the borders are threatened to have him fucking arrested or some shit like that, and he's like, fucking do it. Fucking do it. I don't care. I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna protect my fucking community. And like that's what people need to do. They need to protect their community. And it's when you have these ICE agents running around just detaining everybody because they look slightly different than that ICE agent. It's kind of like
For the crime of being Hispanic.
right, for the crime of being Hispanic. It is it's not fucking right because half of them are just trying to make a living. Like by all means, if they're actual fucking hardened if they're hardened
half of them are
criminals,
fucking legal and they're getting their shit checked because they're fucking brownish.
right, gotta have the required paperwork, fucking Gestapo. But whatever, it's fucking ridiculous.
What is this, Germany?
Yeah, from fucking.
Papers,
I mean, because
please?
you know that ain't never gonna happen to me. I could be from fucking Denmark running around the U.S. Ain't nobody ever gonna check my papers. So.
That's because you look Mormon.
Uh-huh.
On a serious note, though, like it's super sad to see it, and when these people are just trying to make a living and you know live the actual American dream, like all of us out here that are struggling to survive, and all this other bullshit with rising prices and taxes and a corrupt government and authoritarian government on top of all that, it's kind of like I can see why there's bigger priorities than this. It shouldn't even be a fucking priority. There needs to be some serious government reform in the what is it, getting citizenship.
Yeah.
And
Well, I mean, it can, like I said, it can take up to 8 years to become a citizen. And the shit they need to know is shit that if I ask any of you, you wouldn't know. I don't know.
yeah. I don't know. I just think it's
So,
real dumb. It's real dumb, and I don't know, America, do better. It's my big fucking take on that. We're better than that. We fought
yeah.
people for doing this. So that's like the big thing.
On a side note, say you come here and you want to get your citizenship, right? You can join the military for a year and get out, be a U.S. citizen.
Yes.
I think they make you serve the full first 4, don't they?
Nope, you only have to serve 1 year, 12 months. And then after your 12 months, you can file your DD-14 and you can get out. As long as you're not under contract.
Yeah. So I mean,
Then here would be their next excuse. They'd be like, "Oh, all these immigrants are coming over here, getting military training, and using it for the gangs."
Well, I mean, look, there's a very large percentage of the U.S. military that is from other countries.
Yeah.
Was it like 8%? Hold on. Let's see.
that's another thing why he's looking that up. That's another thing is a lot of these people that are out recording this stuff, and news people out here recording all this shit. They are not gonna show the peaceful protests. They're not gonna show the crazy police brutality. Like, you're gonna see it, of course, because there's other people, like actual just civilians recording and shit like that. Or if like something was done wrong to the news reporter that they got police or they got fucking attacked by the police, then you'll see that for sure. But they're not out there trying to like show you how the fucking civilians are being treated. No, they're gonna like right here. It says in this article, Saturday, June 7th, protest and violence in Paramount. Right, the FBI shared videos of someone throwing rocks at cars, confirming they arrested 118 people during the immigration operation last week, including those with drug and assault arrests. So that's the big one right there. The FBI shared videos of someone throwing rocks at cars. Okay, well, yeah, that's gonna happen. It's just ridiculous. You show up with fucking firearms and tear gas canisters and body armor and fucking helmets, and you're looking like you just rolled off the streets of fucking Baghdad. Guess what? You're gonna meet resistance. It's simple as that. Honestly, I'm shocked there was not more firearms present in civilian hands, which is by all means, like, armed protest is allowed depending on your area. Idaho, it's frowned upon, clearly. But,
California, it is not.
yeah, California, it is not. So
it is not allowed at all.
I'm not.
What are you talking about? You can bring your disassembled AR.
That takes one bolt to change it back into a normal AR.
I meant disassembled, completely taken
I have the numbers
apart.
here. So 1 in 20, or roughly 5% of the active duty U.S. military are non-citizens. They're trying to get their citizenship.
Yeah.
It translates to about 65,000 immigrants. So that's a large number. I mean, that's the way a lot of people are going.
Well,
That makes it funny because all the videos you see of Marines or something going around asking why they are in the military, and half of them are like,
I want a
"Get my
Hellcat.
green card,"
Get my green card, get a Hellcat.
or because I'm dumb.
Yeah, you get a lot of the I'm down.
but
Free college.
yeah, that's the big thing though, is that the media is going to show you all the fucking the shit that supports the police and the government because that's what they're paid to do.
And then the other side is going to show you all the stuff that supports the protests and supports this because that's what they want to do. Our country is extremely two-sided. There is no middle. There is no central. It's just all left or right, extreme or extreme.
What's going to catch the most attention next, kind of thing.
Right.
You know, Fox News, who's been sued for providing fake news before, but Trump swears that they're the only ones that provide the truth.
Fake news.
Like Newsom, he's currently suing Fox for everything that's going on.
They've been sued by Canada, too.
Doesn't surprise me.
They lost that one. So yeah, it's just like extremes. I mean, I'm sure there are definitely things wrong going on with the protest, but the cops' reaction is not what they're supposed to be doing.
No, they're supposed to be the professionals in this situation, and they were definitely not being professional with half the shit they were doing.
If a cop, right? Even if a guy fucking shot your goddamn partner, if you have a way of getting him without killing him, you're supposed to due to police guidelines. And you're supposed to treat them like a human. You're not supposed to be punching them while you're handcuffing them.
Right.
You're supposed to be a professional. Your job is to do what you're doing. You can't let emotions control you. You can't be like, all right, I hate these fucking people, so I'm gonna fucking shoot them with a rubber bullet in the fucking mouth.
Well, that's another thing too. Is like they're not supposed to be aiming for the head with that. That's training right there. Is like the headshots are not supposed to be happening, like at all in police force, to be honest. But especially with the rubber bullets, because like they're supposed to be non-lethal, but they can still kill you if they fucking bounce a rubber bullet off your temple or like in your eye or some other fucking dumb shit like that. And there's countless fucking reports of like them blasting people in the fucking face. Well, fuck, the British reporter that showed up, he got blasted in his fucking forehead with a goddamn canister. Like, that dude's lucky to be a fuck alive right now. You know? And
yeah, it's just police reform is definitely something that needs done. So
yeah,
more training, back to being peace officers, not hey, your light's out, gonna have to give you this $200 ticket. Officers meeting quotas like it's a goddamn fucking industry.
A lot of people don't want to be police, though, so like they're just taking anybody with a heartbeat at this point.
They take all the rejected fucking high school athletes who fucking dick is 2 inches long and they feel the need to prove that it's longer.
Or the guy that's like, I'd never make it in the army because I'd punch a drill sergeant.
Yeah.
Those ones. Those are your fucking police officers.
Those sound like stadies.
Shit, the last lady I seen, I'm pretty sure he was high as fuck when he pulled me over.
That's also funny.
Then fuck yeah, I see him all the time when I'm going to work. Fuckers are pretty much just 3 of them sitting in a back alley, lights off, probably taking fucking naps.
Yeah.
Protect and serve my fucking dick.
So there's something I just thought of, right? I just wanted to bring this up. So like, I don't know if anybody's ever looked at like police cars. Payson, you might be able to pull something up on this. So if you look at police cars in like British or British areas or like Germany, they're bright fucking colored. They're bright colors. They're like, hey, fucking police here, right? And then like you look at the fucking United States police cars, right? And they're fucking like stealth mode, dude. Like they got the fucking.
We have unmarks and shit all the time now too.
Yeah, you got the unmarks, or you got the fucking the vinyls on it that don't fucking show up.
Reflect light.
Yeah, reflect light. And it's like, okay, so if they're trying to
and they'll sit on the side of the road with their headlights off and
yeah, and like if they're out here to protect and serve, they shouldn't be. What fuck? I'm trying to remember who fucking said it. Like you shouldn't have to hide from the people you are protecting and serving. And like,
yeah,
someone made that quote, and I'm trying to remember who did. I can't remember.
You shouldn't have to be afraid of the cops. Every time I get pulled over, my heart rate shouldn't be going up, thinking, "Oh fuck, am I about to be broke as shit? Am I about to get fucking shot?"
Yeah, it's a real thing. It's just super sad.
It shouldn't be, you know, when you see a cop, you fucking slam on your brakes because you don't want to get pulled over. We're not supposed to be afraid of the motherfuckers. But, yeah, you know, peace officers.
I'm
Fucking
just throwing out
ridiculous.
there too. For the people out there that are like all for them fucking deploying the National Guard and the fucking Marines to California, you guys really need to sit down and like think about life decisions. I personally feel that way.
Overreach of state. They went over the state's rights to choose what they needed to do for that. It would have been different, you know, if the protest was like raging across borders, but it wasn't. It was California's issue. Let California handle it.
Right. I don't know. I just feel like if you honestly like truly support that shit, I feel like there needs to be a strong sit down with yourself and discuss
Especially if you're in the fucking
morals.
military.
Yeah, especially if you're in the military. If you're in the military and you're like, fuck yeah, go over there and fuck kick it and fuck you, man. All right, you're kind of a worthless piece of shit, and I'm gonna hold to that. Hands down.
Yeah, fuck those motherfuckers.
So, I don't know. That's anything else to add on the riots there? We got one more article on them, but
Don't burn down your own fucking town. Fuck the police, especially your police. LA's a shithole. Sorry.
I do think it's funny
Oh,
that
that's it.
the mayor fucking stood up and was like, "Hey, the gangs of fucking LA, like protect your communities," and like that's funny as fuck to me because it's not the first time that like the fucking like the mayor or governor is like, "Hey, protect your fucking communities," and like that's like one of
You're
the big
cutting out.
oh, my bad. Am I good now?
Yeah, you're good.
All right, so like this happened before, and where like the Bloods and Crips called like a fucking truce for like a minute to protect their community from like government overreach and fucking police brutality and shit like that. And like that shit's fucking crazy. Like think about that. The Blood and Crips are like known to be fucking like hardcore fucking rivals, and they stop their fucking shit to like stop the fucking overreach of fucking government. Imagine that. Like think about that for a minute. That's fucking wild. So I don't know. It's a big thing. So this is just Representative Young Kim here. This is our other article about the riots and bipartisan colleagues. They condemn the violent LA riots and they stand with law enforcement and peaceful protesters, which that shouldn't be together. They stand with law enforcement and peaceful protesters because like you can't really have both. Personally, when you bring in the law enforcement and they're ready for riots and then they enact violence first, it's hard for peaceful protesters to stay peaceful. I'm not gonna stand there and let somebody hit me in the fucking head or fucking shoot me with rubber bullets and not do something about it. So, I don't know. Think about that. But sorry, we didn't really read the article. We just kind of summed it up because like it's a long ass article and it stretches over fucking a weeks. I mean, it's still going on now. So, but I'm good on that. If you guys are. So our next article is the baby of Georgia, the baby of the Georgia woman on life support has delivered through a C-section. I'm just gonna assume that means C-section.
Yeah, it's C-section.
That's what the family says. So this is just an update. You want to go ahead and read it?
Yeah. So let's see. Her name was Adriana Smith, and her dead body was being used as a incubator because she was 9 weeks pregnant when she was declared brain dead from blood clots in her brain. And they left
All
her
right,
brain dead.
I'm back. My shit died.
Oh. The blood clots left her brain dead in mid-February, and she was about 2 months pregnant. And she was kept on life support to support the pregnancy. Last week, she hit 6 months pregnant, and they delivered the child through C-section. It was 1 pound 13 ounces, which is it's almost uncared for. Like the 1 pound 13 ounces at 6 months is so far off of what it should be.
Yeah, that's wild.
It's more of like, I don't know, like 12-week old, or like a 12-week pregnancy is closer to what that should weigh. The 6-month-old should be way bigger than that.
So are you saying that it wasn't getting any nutrients from the body? Is that kind of
No, the reason that they did the C-section is because her body had decayed too far. It was no longer usable, essentially, for the fetus to get anything from it.
Jesus. That's fucking
And that's
terrible.
why they had to do the C-section in the first place.
Yeah, that's fucking wild.
So was the lady's family on board with keeping her alive to save the baby?
No.
They
No.
said they were never, well, no, they said they were never given the choice. They said that they didn't know how they were going to react because nobody knew she was pregnant. They only found out she was pregnant after she was declared brain dead. And her family didn't really have any options given to them. The doctors just told them what they were going to do in accordance with the Georgia law of no abortions after 6 weeks, the heartbeat law. The biggest problem I have with this is the Attorney General for Georgia came out and said that the law does not require such action. There's nothing in the Life Act that requires medical professionals to keep a woman on life support after brain death. Removing life support is not an action with the purpose to terminate a pregnancy. He didn't say that until after, when he could have come out and been like, hey, don't do that, because it
That's
doesn't
Chris Carr.
go against
He's
any of the
trying to-
laws.
It's Chris Carr. He's probably trying to save face. He wants to keep all that Republican money in his pocket.
Probably.
For sure, because everybody thinks that this is the start of a really nasty bout of experiments on what they can do with women that have been declared brain dead, or if they can use comatose patients to be incubators, and if they can get away with this shit. So with all of those people speculating and coming out with, like, saying those things, I can definitely see him trying to backtrack and fix things.
Fucking wild.
Yeah, she has finally been laid to rest. The child is in, they named the child Chance, and it is in the NICU. It's got a long way to go. I think I read, what did it say? Yeah. So right now we don't know everything because it's so early, so they can't tell everything. They're not sure. They don't know what's going to happen with this, if they did this for no reason.
Yeah, Chris Carr's he's been a piece of shit for as long as I've known about him. He was the one that fucking was the figurehead trying to abolish the Affordable Care Act back right before COVID happened. He's kind of a dick.
Yeah. Fucking cunt. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, thoughts and prayers to the family, I guess, because, like, that shit's wild, and I couldn't imagine going through that. That'd be fucking terrible.
See, what I don't get too,
Fucking medical bills too.
Oh God.
they have
Yeah.
the scientific ability to remove the uterus and keep it itself on life support. I don't know why they just didn't go with that option. Because they can
It was
take the
9
uterus out with the baby and everything. And what's the sac called again? I forget the name of it.
amniotic sac.
Yeah, they can take that out and hook it up to life support and keep the baby alive. There's been
That's
multiple cases of them doing that over the years.
that's just as icky. I don't like that either.
I mean, it's still better than keeping it inside a dead woman, essentially. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I do agree with that, but I also think that if the reason the uterus was removed was because the woman died or something, then probably should just let the baby die with the mother.
I agree. Like it's fucked. We should not be doing this weird shit right now.
Like, if the mom was meant to die while her child was 9 weeks old, then that child was probably meant to die as well. Like, it sounds heartless, but the mother and baby
Maybe,
should have been together, and
maybe
not
it's
like
the
that.
next Hitler.
Jesus, Cody.
We call him the Austrian Voldemort here.
There we go.
But yeah, that shit's fucking wild, and I really hope the family recovers from whatever they're dealing with. I don't know.
Oh,
can
it's going to
imagine-
scar them for life, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, imagine the kid too. The kid's gonna be fucking scarred. It's like, what the fuck?
If it makes
If it
it,
even
yeah.
makes
Yeah.
it,
Yeah, I mean, if
Yeah.
he makes it. So
because they did have confirmed fluid around its brain, so its brain also didn't have time to develop. It's 1 pound 13 ounces. It doesn't have anything to it. Like,
Tiny little thing.
it's probably severely underdeveloped, and even if it hits what it's supposed to weight-wise as a 6-month-old, it's going to have underdeveloped lungs, it's going to have underdeveloped stomach, liver, intestines, heart. Oh god, the heart problems. Like, you don't know. And you can't cut into a 1 pound baby to look at it until it dies. Like, you can't. It won't survive any kind of surgeries.
Yeah, they definitely should have put that back in the Peachtree dish.
Yep.
Right?
fucking god,
They shoulda
I've
just
never
let it
heard
go.
it be termed like that. What the fuck? Damn it, Cody.
Test tube babies.
Fucking hell.
They should have just let him go with his mother. And the hell that they're going to put this child through just to see if it was worth it is...
Yeah.
It's unfair.
Fuck, if they want to look at the research, just look at all the shit China does, bro. Like they'll learn all they want to know. China does crazy shit like this every day, probably.
I like how you added the probably in there just to be on the safe side.
I've seen some very questionable articles about Chinese medicine. We can't really talk about it here, though. I don't think YouTube would appreciate it.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah.
But you got anything else on that, or?
No, just that she's finally been put to rest, and I'm hoping that the child doesn't suffer for too long.
I hope the family sues the fuck out of that hospital and wins.
Facts. I do.
I
I
do.
agree with that.
Also, if Chris Carr doesn't get reelected because he's a bitch.
Especially now that he said that it wasn't even against the
Yeah.
the laws.
Yeah.
Now they have every right to fucking sue. Because those doctors acted on their own volition.
I bet that hospital files for bankruptcy to get out of it.
Fucking dumb as hell.
Big
Move to
facts.
the next one. What we got? What's next?
Sorry. The new big bill.
Oh, Trump's big bill. So
This is all you.
another update to the big beautiful bill. So if you haven't been keeping up and you're getting your news strictly from me, awesome. The first big beautiful bill did not pass. They shut that shit down. They want no part of it. So now it's back for round two. They did change a few things. So, at some 940 pages, the legislation is sprawling collections of tax breaks, spending cuts, and other Republican priorities, including new money for national defense and deportations. Wow, shocking. Now it's up to Congress to decide whether President Donald Trump's signature domestic policy package will become law. Trump told Republicans who had majority power in the House and Senate to skip their holiday vacation and deliver the bill by the 4th of July. Senators were working through the weekend to pass the bill and send it back to the House for a final vote. Democrats are united against it. Good. Here's the latest on what's in the bill. There could be changes as lawmakers negotiate. So tax cuts are priority, is what it says. Republicans says the bill is crucial because they would be a massive tax increase after December when tax breaks from Trump's first term expire. The legislation contains roughly $3.8 trillion in tax cuts.
See, what they don't tell you about those tax cuts, right? You know how when you say at the end of the year you file your taxes for your guys' kid and you get a certain amount back? It's going to be halved the amount you get back. So it's going down from $2,000 a child to $1,000 a child. And then if you have 3 or more, you won't get any extra past 3 children.
Jesus.
They hide all these little things in these bills.
Oh yeah. Oh well, that's my one big problem with these fucking bills too. Is like, why do we have a 940-page bill? Here's the problem, right? And Taylor, what is it? Taylor Greene, is that her fucking name? That dumb cunt. Her
Marjorie?
big thing, yeah, Taylor Marjorie Greene, that dumb fucking cunt. So she is a perfect fucking example of why 940-page bills don't fucking work. You're gonna sit here and you're gonna tell me that you, right, are one of the people that decide on making this a bill or not, and you didn't even fucking read it. Read the goddamn bills. Break them up into smaller sections so you can read. You don't have to fucking work too hard. I understand how working is. Working sucks. Everybody understands that. Everybody fucking gets that. But break the fucking bills up, right? Okay, you want tax cuts on this? Let's fucking make a bill on just that. Okay, I want to do tax cuts on this. Make it just that. Be like, oh, I'm making this tax cut for this. And then have them pass that. Or, hey, I want the Hearing Act and to pass, right? So here's the Hearing Act. Read it over. It's this fucking, one page. Whoop-de-fucking-do. Read the one fucking page. It's not 940, but like, okay, Hearing Act. Okay, so you don't want suppressors to be illegal anymore. I understand that. Yay or nay. Pass that shit forward. That's how it should be done. Stop cramming shit together and do your fucking job. God damn it. That shit fucks me off so goddamn much. How hard is it? I read at a 4th grade level, and I guarantee you I could read all these fucking bills, especially if they're coming from Mr. fucking Orange Fat Man. All right? Hands the fuck down. Not a problem. 940 pages, though? You couldn't pay me to read that. I ain't reading 940 pages. It's going to take me a fucking month. But you
I
break
bet the holy Oompa Loompa hasn't even read it.
I guarantee you hasn't. Someone's fucking walking behind him. He's just rattling shit off that comes off the top of his head, and they're writing shit down. They're like, okay, well, what are we gonna call it? It's the big beautiful bill. Fuck you, Orange Fat Man. Okay, so that's how that is. Like, straight up, dude. Like, it's fucking stupid. It's fucking stupid. Fuck.
We can't skip the holy Oompa Loompa comment. Like, what?
The holy Oompa Loompa, you guys like that?
Yeah.
That is funny.
I don't know if I would get sued by whoever made Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, but I kind of want it on a shirt.
Just get it made in China, then they can't sue you.
I don't
there
know.
we go.
I just really like fucking Devin's term, and I've thought about making that into a shirt. Just the fat orange.
The Orange Messiah?
No, you just countless times I've heard you just the fat orange or fat orange. Like that's all you say is fat orange, and I'm just like,
Get an orange with a toupee.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Orange with a toupee. Fucking love it. Anyway, yeah, that's the big thing though. Is like, can we just, I don't know, fucking try to like get Congress and the House and Senate to do their fucking job and like, I don't know, read the fucking bills. Because now you have the whole fucking thing with Marjorie Greene Taylor hating Trump, which is fine. Like, I don't care, hate the man. I give zero fucks about who people support in the fucking political system, right? Because it's all corrupt and bullshit to me. But like, you had her do a complete 180 because she got mad and offended because the bill had something that she didn't agree with, but she wouldn't fucking know because she didn't fucking read it, dumb cunt. Okay. Anyway.
You're asking a bunch of rich people to care about us low people.
Yeah,
Like,
well, honestly, fucking class warfare is a real thing. So, whatever. Brandenburg v. Ohio. So, anyway, continuing. The existing tax rate and brackets would become permanent under the bill. Its temporary would add new tax breaks that Trump campaigned on: no taxes on tips, overtime pay, or some automotive loans, along with a bigger $6,000 deduction in the Senate draft for older adults who earn no more than $75,000 a year. So, in saying that, if I'm gonna have to do a little bit more research, but the first one, those no tax on tips and no tax on overtime fucking horseshit that he's talking about, one, I don't ever think it'll pass. Two, if it does, it only lasts until he's out of office. So
It's already out of the new bill too.
is it out of the new bill? It is.
They were talking about cutting it out of the new bill.
Fucking wild. So here's a big thing, right? These people are rich fat cunts, right? And they don't give a fuck about the working class. As much as they say they give a fuck about the working class, they don't. And I have an article later on in this that will explain why I can prove that with people that are trying to get in office and how both parties fucking hate that man. But we'll get there. So, yeah. So it would boost the $2,000 child tax credit to $2,200 under the Senate proposal. Families at lower level income levels would not see the full amount. A cap on state and local deduction called SALT would quadruple to $40,000 for 5 years. It's a provision important to New York and other high tax states. Through the House wanted it to last for 10 years.
I'm 100% for SALT because it will lower my taxes down because I'm in the middle class tax bracket.
Yeah. So the wealthiest household would see $12,000 increase from the legislation, which would cost the poorest people $1,600 a year, according to the non-partisan Congressional Budget Office analysis of the House version. Middle income taxpayers would see a tax break of $500 to $1,500. So money for deportation, a border wall, and the Golden Dome. The bill. I get so pissed off. It's gonna be gold.
The fuck's a Golden Dome?
It's gonna be gold. It's gonna be perfect. It's gonna be amazing. Way better than Israel's. Israel's has an Iron Dome. We want ours gold. So fucking over this shit. The bill would provide some $350 billion for Trump's border and a national security agenda, including $46 billion for the U.S.-Mexico border wall and $45 billion for 100,000 migrant detention facilities beds, as he aims to fulfill his promise of the largest mass deportation operation in U.S. history. Also, he's taken steps back on that because now he's not going after farms or hotels. Because
anything's considered a luxury job.
Yes, if nobody knew that, but that's because his rich friends were like, "Hey, we gotta hire Americans.
All of our workers,
they're all gone." So anyway, yeah. So there's that as well. Money would go for hiring 10,000 new immigration and customs enforcement. So 10,000 new ICE agents here to step on your rights, with $10,000 signing bonus. Holy shit, that's wild. So a $10,000 signing bonus for 10,000 new immigration custom enforcement officers. Think about that. And a surge of Border Patrol officers as well. The goal is to deport some 1 million per year. The Homeland Security Secretary would have a new 10 billion with a B, billion fund for grants for states that help with federal immigration enforcement and deportation actions. The Attorney General would have $3.5 billion for a similar fund known as Bridging Immigration-Related Deflects Experience Nationwide, or Biden. That is hilarious. Or Biden, as they call it. Referring. No, you should fucking move shit on me. All right. So yeah. Known as the Biden, referring to a former Democratic President Joe Biden, clearly, to help pay for all immigrants would face various new fees, including when seeking asylum protection. So that's wild to me.
So immigrants are going to pay fees that will pay these things that he wants, while asking to come into the country to then be deported for coming into the country.
Yeah, it's $100 fee when you submit your asylum paperwork.
Here's
Jesus
another
Christ.
thing to think about as well. So the Homeland Security Secretary, right? She gets $10 billion for funds for grants for states that help. So basically, right, what they can do with this is like, I don't know, let's just say Idaho now needs help with something, but they're not helping with the federal immigration enforcement deportation actions. They can like give us a little bit, but they won't give us extra if if we don't give or help with the fucking ICE shit, which is wild. I think it's crazy. I don't know if you think about it, right? Like, okay, so they get extra grants, all right? And so if state needs money, right? They're kind of like trying to force your hand with that, personally. And I do think that the Fat Orange would definitely hold funds because he's already done it multiple times with California, just to get something done his way, which is super wrong and tyrannical, in my opinion. So we covered that in later episodes of earlier episodes in the Beardarchy, with them holding funds from California during the fires because they wanted Newsom to do something Trump's way, and he didn't want to. So just remember that dictatorship and whatnot. So to help,
I feel like nothing's happened in the last 6 months.
what do you mean?
Like, Trump literally has done nothing in the last 6 months. He keeps fighting for all these things he wants to do, but he's not actually doing anything.
Oh, the stuff he does force into fucking play is usually just corrupt bullshit like the ICE raids.
Right. Which, I mean, ICE is basically a PMC at this point. You know?
Yeah, private military contractor. Yeah, that's basically what they are. So, I don't know. I think it's sus, man. It's just all fucking crazy bullshit, and I fucking hate it. And like, just the blind faith in the fucking flip-flopping back and forth between like his supporters are fucking wild. Like, oh, he's the president of peace, blah, fucking okay, as he fucking bombs Israel, or not Israel, Iran. He bombs Iran. We got an article on that too.
Unsuccessfully.
Unsuccessfully, didn't know about that, but we'll get there. Fuck, what else? What else has he done? Some fucking other dumb shit. Either way, it's fucking stupid.
Every time he talks, it's dumb shit. What do you mean?
Right? That's fucking facts. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. I'm mad because the show is not about me right now. Okay. For the Pentagon.
That was an interesting press conference. I should have brought that video up.
Yeah. Fuck. What? Who called him daddy? It was NATO. NATO called him daddy. You fucking see that?
And now the White House is sharing on all of their social media a video of his limousine with the Daddy's Home song behind it, and him like walking out, and it's supposed to look like bravado and shit as he walks up into the White House. And it's
I wish
on
it would've
all of the
fell.
White House social media.
Do you imagine if you fucking tripped on the stairs? Oh my god.
He did. He tripped on the stairs going up to Air Force one day, and they're trying to claim that it was Biden, or that he is or that it was a fake robot that took his place for that event.
Yeah, okay.
Fucking wild. Oh shit.
They'll do anything. They'll do anything.
I've seen my
fucking
favorite
keep
fucking
him in good
TikTok
light.
so far, right? And like this lady got tore the fuck apart online, and it's not the oxygen lady. All right, I know you're thinking, Payson. It's not the oxygen lady. So this lady was like tapping her fucking chest and like had her hand up while she was like driving a car, and was just like, "I voted for the warrior fucking president. That was me." And I was just like, "Oh my god!" And then like, dude, I hit the comment section. It was thousands, fucking like 13,000 fucking comments about how this lady's fucking retarded. It was hilarious. Warrior president, dude. You got something you want to add to that, Devin?
Fucking bone spurs. I don't know warriors that have bone spurs.
That's Devin's big take on that too. He gets so fucking pissed off. Fucking
Devin
bone
still here?
spurs. I don't know. He's supposed to be. He's here, but he's not talking. Yeah, bone spurs though. But yeah, warrior president. That's what we're going with. God, I love it, dude. Right, where were we? I'm sorry. Way fucking sidetracked today. So, for the Pentagon, the bill would provide billions for shipbuilding, munition systems, and a quality of life measure for servicemen and women, as well as $25 billion for the development of the Golden Dome missile defense system. When I read that, the only thing I thought of was fucking Dr. Evil going, I want sharks with freaking laser beams on top of their freaking heads. The Defense
See,
Department.
I'm all for the first part of that, not the second part though.
Which part?
I'm for them building new ships and making quality of life changes for servicemen and women, but I am not for the dome or
You don't want Golden Dome missile defense systems?
no,
No?
no.
Not at all?
We already have missile defense systems. If somebody shoots a nuke at us, we will hit before it lands on American soil.
Right.
Like there's
Maybe
automated
it's
systems.
I'm sorry?
What now?
Has anybody told him it's not an actual dome yet? Because as far as I know, he still thinks it's an actual dome we're gonna put over the U.S.
Oh my god, he's special if he thinks we're gonna put an actual dome over the U.S. That's funny.
He does. There was a press conference. When was it? I think it was during his first term when it was first brought up.
It was second term.
That he was it second? No, I don't.
Bro's
think, I
been
don't think
Bro's been reading too many Stephen King novels.
Fucking right. But he says in a press conference that the way he's like using his hands is he's doing it like in a dome shape, and the way he's talking about how it's going to protect the U.S. it 100% sounds like he thinks it's over the U.S. It's not a missile defense system, and I don't feel like anybody filled him in on that because he still also thinks that other countries pay tariffs. So.
Oh, I guess Devin just texted me. He had to step out for a second.
Okay.
Yeah.
Doug, did you see the shirt I put in the chat there?
No. Did you send it to me over Messenger?
The Beardarchy chat.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit. Let me open chat here. I fucking love it. That's fucking awesome. That is not the Beardarchy shirt, by the way. Just so clear. But all right, what else we got? Scroll down. Let's get through this one. This is probably like the longest article you got. How to pay for it? Cuts to Medicaid and other programs. So to help partly offset the lost tax revenue and new spending, Republicans aim to cut back some long-running government programs: Medicaid, food stamps, green energy incentives, and others. It's essentially unraveling the accomplishment of the past two Democratic presidents, Biden and Barack Obama, which I feel like that is personally, right? This might be a tinfoil hat moment here. I believe that is personally an attack on Obama, and the reason why, let me rephrase that, right? Or let me whatever. I don't even fucking care anymore. Lost what I was saying. So Obama said that Trump would never make it as president. He would never get even elected, or he would never even win the fucking, what is it? The
primary?
The primary. He said he'd never even win the primary. Would never happen. And like Obama actually like made fun of him like steadily, right? And that's when Trump decided he wasn't a Democrat anymore, and then went to the Republican side and fooled all you dumb cunts into voting for him. So twice, not once, but twice. So yeah, I personally feel like, yeah, he's literally gonna try everything in his power to just fucking make everything Obama and Biden did like not fathomable anymore. Just doesn't work. So, but as you can see,
hey,
I just want to throw it out there. Trump is like a hands down a way worse president because let's see, first term he attacked the Second Amendment. His second term he attacked the First Amendment. He has not attacked the Second Amendment this time though. So like, you're doing all right. Not really. You kind of still suck. You did deploy troops in the fucking, California without California's fucking regard. So, still piece of shit, still fucking unconstitutional. Fuck you. You're bad. Anyway.
Abolishing the 14th Amendment.
Abolishing the 14th Amendment?
Mm-hmm. That's what the newborn citizens being born here in the U.S. are natural-born American citizens. You can't take their citizenship away. Anybody on the land that has to follow the laws is a citizen, is what the 14th Amendment straight up says. And he's deporting everybody because they're illegals.
Yep.
That's what all the fighting is with that, is it's unconstitutional because of the 14th Amendment.
I don't know. I like making a call out to the people that are like, that have the "Don't Step on Snake" flag. And there's a lot of fucking treading right now, and not a lot of shit getting done about it. So, Brandenburg v. Ohio, 1969. But yeah, so Republicans argue they are trying to right-size the safety net programs for the population. They were initially designed to serve mainly pregnant women, the disabled children, and root out what they describe as waste, fraud, and abuse. The package includes new 80-hour a month work requirements for many adults receiving Medicare or Medicaid and food stamps, including older people up to the age of 65. Parents of children 14 and older would have to meet the program's work requirements. There's also a proposed new $35 co-payment that can be charged to patients using Medicaid services. Some 80 million people rely on Medicaid, which expands under Obama's Affordable Care Act, and 40 million use the Supplement National Assistance Program, SNAP. I should have just said SNAP. Most already work according to the analysis. All told, the CBO estimate. Can you scroll down a little bit? All told, the CBO estimates that under the House passed bill, at least 10.9 million more people would go without health coverage, and 3 million more would not qualify for food stamps. The Senate proposes a $25 billion rural hospital transformation fund to help offset reduced Medicaid dollars. It's a new addition intended to win over holdout GOP senators and a coalition of House Republicans, warning that the proposed Medicaid provider tax cuts would hurt rural hospitals. Both the House and Senate bills propose a dramatic rollback of the Biden-era green energy tax breaks for the electronic vehicles. They also phase out or terminate the various production and investment tax credit companies used to stand up wind, solar, and other renewable energy projects. In total, cuts to Medicaid, food stamps, and green energy programs would be expected to produce at least $1.5 trillion in savings. I just want to throw this out there real quick. If you really want truly green energy, nuclear is the way to go. It's the only real fucking green energy out there. Solar powers will absolutely devastate land. Same with the fucking windmills. Throwing it out there. So
this is another thing that pisses me off. They could have split that into 5 separate things to vote on.
right, they most certainly.
But now they're bundling it all together in one thing that's fucking over people in one section and then helping other people in another.
Yeah, see, that's what my big fucking rant was at the beginning of all this. I don't understand why we're not like separating these out in separate things. And like it just gets worse because all this is in the big beautiful bill, right? So like we're gonna continue here. So like the Senate provided $40 billion to establish Trump's long-sought National Garden of American Heroes, which is fine, but that should have been its own thing. There's a new excessive tax on university endowments, restriction on the development of artificial intelligence blocks into transgender surgeries. That should be its own thing. A $200 tax stamp on gun silencers and short-barreled rifles and shotguns was eliminated. They took that out? Oh, what the fuck? Anyway.
Yeah, if you click on it, it'll tell you why.
I don't fucking care why. It doesn't matter. It's unconstitutional that they... I should be allowed to own a suppressor and a short-barrel rifle. Fuck you if you disagree because you're wrong. Big fucking facts, okay? It doesn't matter what I fucking have. Fuck off. Anyway. Yeah, so that should be its own thing. One provision bars money to family planning provider newly Planned Parenthoods, while $88 million is earmarked for a pandemic response accountability committee. That should be its own thing as well. And it just gets worse as we continue going. Like, all these things should be voted on separately. If you want shit to pass, if you want shit to fucking go through, you need to do it one at a fucking time. Like, it's clear as day. And like, I'm gonna start this. I'm gonna start this right now. Fucking Ginger Goon for president. That's me, right here. Put me as fucking president, and like I promise you, the world will be better, hands down. I believe everybody should have health care. I believe in gun rights. I believe in protecting your children, and I would release the Epstein files because I want to know who's on it because they all need to be put down like fucking dogs. Same with Diddy. Diddy wouldn't be going free. He's getting put down too. Sick dog. After I get all the names from his parties. By the way, if you want anybody that was at Diddy's parties, just look on fucking TMZ. Anytime there was a Diddy party, you'll see pictures, guaranteed, of people either arriving or leaving. But that's neither here nor there.
So sad.
Why are you sad?
They literally have one line for the Artemis Moon Project, bro.
Where's that at?
Literally the next line, and it's literally just one line. It doesn't explain anything at all.
Billions would go for the Artisan Moon mission and for exploration to Mars. That's it. I mean, still, that should be its own fucking own thing. You know what I mean? Vote on that separately from everything else. You know what I mean? Why is that in the big beautiful bill? And let's fucking fuck off with the big beautiful shit. Just do fucking. We have 10,000 fucking small beautiful bills. How about that? Fuck off, cunt. Fat orange. God. I haven't ranted about politics in 2 weeks, and it shows.
There you go, Doug. I made something for you in the chat.
Oh, shit. What we got here? Yes! Ginger Goon for... Ginger Goon for president!
Make America ginger again.
Make America ginger again. Fuck yeah. He needs a beard. I can't rock the no beard, though. But I'm all for it.
You would look just as baby-faced if you didn't have a beard. So.
That's facts. Well, yeah, but he's not bald. So, you know. Yep. Ginger Goon for president. We're going to make America ginger again.
That'd make a good shirt.
It would make a good shirt. Fuck yeah, I'm all for it. All right. Are we good on the big beautiful bill? I'm just getting more and more pissed off. Is there anything in here like we really wanted to cover?
No, I think that's it, actually.
Either way, the problem of it is expect fucking unconstitutional shit to be happening.
There you go. Now you have a beard, Doug. Are you happy?
Oh, let's take another gander. Beautiful. I love it. Yep, that's perfect. That's going on a t-shirt, like, probably tonight. So.
I would definitely get rid of where it says AI in the corner.
All right, so this guy, I have found this guy, which, like I said, I am not huge into fucking liking any politics. I like how fucking savage he is. I also like the fact that he wants to freeze rent in New York. He wants to fucking do all this crazy shit. But anyway, so I don't know how to say his name, and that's because I read at a fourth grade level. So his name is Mamdani. And he's New York mayoral primary winner, exposes Democrats' divide. And this is what I was talking about, to show you, right? So in his various things that he wants to do, there are going to be thousands of like politicians and fucking huge business owners that are going to be taking a hit, and they're going to take a hit where it hurts the most, and that's their fucking wallet. So like they've even gone to the extent of where Trump is trying to find a way to deport this man. So just hours after Democratic Socialist Zohran Mamdani declared victory in New York's mayor primary on Wednesday, a small group of business leaders convened with Mayor Eric Adams, who bypassed the Democratic primary and is instead running in the general election as an independent. Attendees were forced on strategizing how to prevent Mamdani, a 33-year-old state assembly member, from winning the majority, or mayorally. I don't know how to fucking say this shit, man.
I hate that word. Just majority is fine.
All right. And assessing whether Adams was the strongest contender to oppose him in November. So he actually, I got to see some of his fucking like campaigning, and it's fucking hilarious. Because he was just like, you want to know why you vote for me? Because I'm not that fucking guy. That guy is fucking, what is it? He like fucking stole billions. He fucking he just started naming off all this fuck shit that he hasn't done, like all the way to like he fucking called him out for the sexual harassment charges and shit, and like forcing the fucking doctor's office to hand over that lady's fucking like the gynecologist records of it, and it was fucking wild. It was wild to watch, and he was like, "That's why you vote for me, because he's a piece of shit and I'm not." And I'm like, well, you know. So either way, it's super cool. Among those present was former NYC mayoral candidate and former hedge fund executive Whitney Tilson, who recently shared a debate stage with Mamdani. Tilson described Mamdani as a very charming and charismatic, but added he sharply disagrees with Mamdani's policies. And about 5%, a small fraction of New York City voters picked him. It's a total rigged closed primary. Tyson told ABC News when it became clear the race was between two people he had hoped for former New York Governor Andrew Cuomo. That's the guy, by the way. That's the guy he called out and was like, this is why you don't vote for Cuomo, because he has like 13 fucking rape allegations, and, you know, it's fucking great. He said he would continue for the next 130 days what I began in earnest 45 days ago to make sure Zohran Mamdani. Oh, my stream might be crashing. It's gonna fix itself. One second here. What we got going on? How's the stream looking? Any of you guys got it open?
I'm a little bit behind. There it goes.
All right. How's it looking?
You're still talking.
All right. Cool. We'll keep going until it fully crashes. An unqualified radical socialist does not become mayor of our city. Several other vexed, moderated-minded Democrats beyond the handful in the meeting with Adams are making similar schemes. A Democratic source with knowledge of the conservations confirmed to ABC. So they are claiming this guy's a fucking radical and all this other shit. He's not. He believes in fucking human rights, and he believes that, you know, rent shouldn't be fucking $3,000. You know, that's his big thing. He's not a royal piece of shit. Not yet. I'm gonna say not yet, because this is his first time trying to go for a political office that I know of, and he's not a fucking piece of shit yet. So, but everybody always knows power corrupts, and, you know, we'll go from there. But for sure though, check this guy out. He's cool. I don't know. I like him. Like I said, I don't believe in political figures and all that, but I don't know. This dude's kind of cool. And I mean, fuck,
His TikTok page is funny.
Yeah, his TikTok page is funny, but he's also funny as fuck though, especially when he's up there live debating people and he's fucking, you know, calling fucking Cuomo fucking a rapist. He's like, yeah, fuck you. So I don't know. It's pretty cool. Donald Trump already fucking hates him, so there's that as well. So I'm good on that. Dude's cool as fuck though. Check him out for sure. You want those one?
Sure. Supreme Court limits nationwide injunctions in birthright citizenship order. The Supreme Court, in a 6-3 decision along ideologic lines on Friday, sided with the Trump administration's request to limit universal injunctions issued by federal courts. The opinion in the birthright citizenship case was how the lower court should handle President Trump's executive order, which declared that the children of parents who enter the U.S. illegally or on a temporary visa are not entitled to automatic citizenship. The majority opinion, written by Justice Amy Coney Barrett, didn't rule on whether Trump's executive order violates the 14th Amendment or the Nationality Act. Instead, it focused on whether federal courts have the power to issue nationwide blocks. universal injunctions likely exceed the equitable authority that Congress has given to federal courts, the conservative majority said. The court grants the government's applications for a partial stay of the injunctions entered below, but only to the extent that the injunctions are broader than necessary to provide complete relief to each plaintiff with standing to sue. Friday's opinion asked the lower courts to reconsider their broad rulings in light of the Supreme Court's opinion and otherwise with principles of equity. However, the opinion also said Trump's birthright citizenship order can't take effect for 30 days from Friday's opinion, giving more time for legal challenges. Trump made a rare appearance in the White House briefing room after the decision, calling it a monumental victory for the Constitution, the separation of powers, and the rule of law. He said the ruling would allow his administration to move forward with key elements of his immigration policy without the threat of broad injunctions against them. Attorney General Pam Bondi, who joined Trump at the press conference, said that the ruling means Americans are finally getting what they voted for. She noted that the merits of the birthright citizenship order haven't been litigated yet and declined to answer questions about how it would be implemented and enforced. Basically, all they did was they made it so that the lower courts can't accept like suing of the federal government for deportation acts, because there's been a lot of that, of like what was the one? It was I was a little kid. We covered it in one of the episodes. Wherever that little kid was from that we talked about had a case that they were suing the federal government with for deportation of, I think it was like 6 kids, and that put a halt on the deportation of those 6 kids until a result was handed, and now they can't do that, is what the Supreme Court ruled.
I think that's dumb.
Oh. I wouldn't call it a win.
Yeah, it's not.
I mean, I know it's going to fast track all of his fucking deportation bullshit he wants to do. That's for sure. Because nobody can say anything against him. Like, the courts legally can't take any cases against him now. Or it doesn't I guess it wouldn't affect. They can take the cases, but it's not going to affect what he's going to do. He can still deport them even though there's cases open.
Which is wild.
Yeah. So, this is one that we'll just have to keep an eye on and see what happens from there, because nothing really came of it, I guess. You know, they've got 30 days until it really kind of hits. So, we'll see what the next 30 days looks like. Or what it looks like after those 30 days, I guess, is what I meant.
Yeah.
Is Devin still not back for his next one?
No, he's not.
Yeah, okay.
But that's okay. So, Israel-Iran war highlights. Britain said ends of 12-day imposed war. So yeah, basically fucking Israel and Iran are at it, and of course we're gonna jump in because why not? It's because all the politicians have their fucking hand in fucking Israel's pocket. So. But yeah. So Israel and Iran have agreed to ceasefire proposed by the United States President Donald Trump on June 24th. And within that ceasefire day, they drop bombs. Like the same day. Like not even 24 hours later, fucking Israel decided to bomb Iran again. So, you know, whatever. Israel Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. Do you like that?
Yeah, that was bad.
Thanks. Is expected to address media later in the day on the ceasefire agreement. Iran's former Prime Minister Saeed Abbas, whatever. Not even gonna try it anymore. All right. First declined to accept the ceasefire, but later agreed as Iranian military fired missiles on Israel. I don't think that's how that happened, but it's fine. 4 casualties have been reported by the Iranian missiles attacks on June 24th, said Israel Ministry of Foreign Affairs. 9 casualties reported to Iran due to Israel's attack, reported Reuters. Or Reuters. What it's Reuters. Trump said on Truth Social that the ceasefire agreement between the two nations is in effect and urged that it should not be violated. The ceasefire is now in effect. Please, no, not violate it, he said. I really hope he didn't say it.
I feel like
that.
that's exactly how it was written.
Probably, yeah. So after that, U.S. President Donald Trump had declared a temporary ceasefire between Israel and Iran after the latter targeted the U.S. airbase in Qatar overnight. Qatar called the missile strike as a violation of its airspace and international law. As per Reuters, Qatar also played a significant role in mediating the ceasefire agreement between Israel and Iran to the conflict that started on June 13th.
So this is the timeline. I don't know if you want to go straight through it or...
No, I'm
Oh, it's live updates. It literally updated a few minutes ago.
Yeah.
What's
Hey, have you guys seen the pictures?
No.
The pictures of when we struck Iran?
No, I haven't seen those.
Yeah, that has, you can do the before and after with a little slidey bar in the middle.
Wait, up above, or did you send a link somewhere?
I sent the link.
Here,
It's in the-
I'm opening it. It lets me.
There's like 5 or 6
Oh, there it
pictures in there where you can see the before and after.
This is after we struck them?
Yeah. The first picture, I
Wow.
literally cannot find what the damage was done. Like if you dragged a little bar in the middle, I can't find the damage in the picture. After's on the right,
Mhm.
and then before is
Yeah.
on the left. Like it just looks like it was already blown up, you know?
Savage.
I literally couldn't find anything in that one. The rest of them though have nice little holes.
Yeah, I don't see where it was hit.
Oh, I see it. Top left. Go to the after, and then right above the big square building. It looks like there's more
Oh.
shrapnel.
Hmm.
The other ones are a lot easier to see though.
Huh. So that's the complete before.
Yeah, and then if you look at the building, like the underground bunker on the left-hand side, boom, gone.
Wow.
Savage. But
That's
since
crazy.
we decided to drop bombs on Iran's nuclear facilities, Trump offers Iran $30 billion for nuclear deal. The Trump administration... Go ahead.
Which is more than what Biden offered him like 9 months ago.
Wasn't it 10 billion then?
Yeah, Biden was offering it was like 10 or 15 billion. However, they had to manufacture nuclear bombs for us.
So Trump offers Iran $30 billion for nuclear deal. The Trump administration is discussing a proposal to assist Iran with a sum of up to $30 billion for building a civilian nuclear energy program, sanctions relief, and release of billions of dollars in restricted Iranian funds, all as part of a mounting effort to return Tehran to the negotiating table. So, just so we're all clear here, ladies and gentlemen, we bombed their nuclear facilities just to give them more money to build nuclear facilities.
Yeah, but they're not going to do anything bad with it this time. It's just for the citizens.
How do we know they were doing something bad with it beforehand? Every
Well, it's obvious.
fucking country that's like modernized, I guess, has a nuclear facility. They have nuclear bombs. Welcome to the fucking new age, right? It's called mutual destruction. That's why nobody cares if you have. Let me rephrase that. Nobody should care if you have a nuclear bomb. You need to worry about the guy that has one nuclear bomb, not 150 nuclear bombs. That's the big thing, right? Because the guy that has one nuclear bomb, he ain't got nothing to lose. He fucking sends it. He sends it. It's what it is. What it is. But it's called mutual destruction for a reason, right? That's the big fucking play here. That's why Russia will never shoot their nuclear bombs, even though they fucking threaten it all the time. That's why America, after we dropped the ones in fucking Hiroshima and Nagasaki in fucking World War II, that is why we will never drop another one. Unless it's on our own land in Nevada. Whatever. But that's like the big thing here, though, right? Like, that's the whole thing, is we really shouldn't care if they have a nuclear program or not, especially if they are just trying to make a clean energy source for their people. Nobody should fucking care, but for some reason we're scared that Iran is going to have nuclear bombs now, even though North Korea has nuclear bombs and Russia has nuclear bombs and China has nuclear bombs, and everybody's got a fucking nuke, but we're fucking scared Iran's going to have it. Whatever. It's fucking
Good old
stupid.
WMDs.
WMDs.
And it's like fucking early 2000s all over again.
That's my whole fucking point on this. It's really dumb, and like this shit shouldn't be happening. And the only reason we're involved is because Israel is asking us to be involved, because they own us. So for some odd reason, Israel owns us. But
we have a deal with Israel that we will protect them.
Yeah, well, it gets to a point where like Big Brother can't come fucking fight all your battles because you're over here hitting multiple places and multiple different people at the same time. You can't handle it on your own. But whatever. That's near here though. There. It's just fucking frustrating. So, but yeah, so that's the big fucking hoopla over the fucking Iranian shit, and it's baffling. This is your taxpayer money right here. That $30 billion that we're gonna send to Iran after we just bomb their shit out of their nuclear facilities. Guess what? Your taxpayer money is going right into their fucking pockets to build more.
Also, can we make fun of what they call their money?
What do they call their money?
Shekels.
Shekels. That's fucking awesome. Fucking shekels, dude. I have fucking 0 shekels in my bank. Is that Iran or Israel that calls their money shekels?
Iran.
Okay, I'm not even gonna lie. It's maybe like, I don't know, like goblin-esque.
Oh no, sorry, that would be Israel.
Yes, yes. It makes me fucking happy.
It's horrible, Doug.
Whatever. Fuck Israel, fuck Iran. I don't care about none of them. I'm tired of fucking people dying for stupid shit. It's plain as simple as that. I don't give a fuck about politics. I hate politics to the point of where, like, all of it needs to go the fuck away. Seriously. You do not need fucking 536 people. That's how many people's in our government. May not be the exact number at this point in time. But 536 people, they're decision makers, right? You do not need 536 people to tell you how to live your fucking life. I've never once believed that. I fucking cannot fathom that. And in all that reality, I cannot fathom why people need to live under the rule of somebody the fuck else. Fuck that. Take control of your own life. Do your own fucking shit. Brandenburg v. Ohio. Don't do anything fucking dumb, especially because I didn't tell you to, right? Don't do that. I didn't fucking say do some dumb shit. I'm just saying, fucking take control of your own life. You know what I mean? Like, fuck, dude. If you want to go out and live in the fucking mountains and do whatever the fuck you want out there, as long as you're not hurting somebody else, I could care fucking less. Hands down. You ain't fucking affecting me. You ain't gonna affect me. You ain't gonna affect my family. You ain't gonna affect my buddy's family. No, it's not gonna happen. If you want to fucking do whatever, dude. You want to smoke pot, smoke pot. You want to fucking, be gay, be fucking gay. I don't give a fuck either way. Hands down. I don't. As long as you're not infringing on somebody else's pursuit to happiness, we all fucking straight here, fam. That's what it is. You know what I mean?
We're just out here fueling religious wars.
Yeah, fuck that, dude. Believe what you fucking believe what you want, but goddamn it, don't fucking send troops to fight for your god that you don't even know is real or not. And there's no confirmed proof of that shit ever. So like, fuck you and your holy wars. And that goes for every fucking country. Every country, I feel like, needs somebody just to be like, hey, can we just stop and do whatever the fuck we want, and as long as we're not hurting somebody else? It would be that fucking easy. Like, it's just baffling to me that that's such a hard concept to fathom. And instead, we have fucking massive amounts of people that are believing in fucking some blind faith of, like, the fat orange, or, like, and, like, I get it. Religion is a big thing. We're gonna hit some deep topics here real quick, right? Not that we have a fucking article on it. This is just my fucking personal opinion. I give 0 fucks about your religion, just as you guys give 0 fucks about my religion. I do not try forcing my religion on anybody. I will put fucking markings on my skin because it is my skin and I can do that. It should not affect you. If words hurt your feelings, if fucking symbols and pictures hurt your feelings, then guess what? You need to sit down and have a conversation with yourself in the fucking mirror and ask why you're such a fucking bitch. That is the blunt reality of fucking life right now and how it should be. In a fucking perfect world, an anarchy society would be fucking phenomenal. Hands down, it would be fucking phenomenal. Do whatever the fuck you want. Do whatever the fuck you want. It's hands down, right? Sure, you could live in a fucking tribal-esque time and it would be so much better. Like, if there's a fucking conflict, like, oh, well, this neighbor says that my fence is on their property. Okay, well, that's fine. Let's fucking talk it out, discuss it. Maybe we can work as a fucking community and make something better. That's how shit should fucking go, but it's not. We're getting told by the Fat Orange and all these other fucking dumbass congressmen, like fucking half of them. All of them are fucking dumb, corrupt pieces of shit. They don't give a fuck about you. They don't give a fuck about me. They give a fuck about their wallet. And as long as they're getting fucking money, they don't give a fuck at all. You want fucking change? That's how you get change. You attack the fucking money. You attack money. That's the problem. Everybody fucking stops working. Everybody stops fucking doing all this crazy shit with fucking money. Guess what? Shit will change in everywhere. Everywhere. China, Russia, it does not matter what country you fucking sit here and fucking think about. It is fucking all about money. These fucking government overlords are fucking wild, dude. They are just corrupt pieces of shit, and they're going to do everything in their power to keep you fucking dumb and silent. That is the whole fucking thing. The whole fucking thing. You literally, like, my favorite, here, and I'm going to quote a fucking movie here, and it's going to be great, alright? My favorite fucking quote in all fucking time, right, is literally from Fight Club, which is wild because it's a movie about radicals that shave their heads, because if you shave your head, you're obviously the bad guy in a fucking movie. You're the villain. But not really. Is literally, we work jobs that we don't want for money that we don't need to buy stuff we don't have any reason of having. And that's not the actual quote, but it's a fucking roundabout term right there. It's for shit we don't need. And because we don't need half the shit that we have. All right? I don't need a PC. I don't need a fucking brand new car. I don't need any of this shit. I don't. All you need in life is just fucking relax. Everybody needs to relax. Everybody needs to chill the fuck out and stop pushing your fucking morals onto other people. Like, holy fuck. And like, religion is terrible with this. Politics are even worse. And I'm going to say that openly and willingly right now. Politics are worse than fucking religion. And it's fucking baffling. You have all this fucking hate in the world, all this fucking hate for no reason, and half of it is because one guy, I'm gonna use the United States because it's a perfect example right here, right now, right? Because this is a big thing, and especially in my area, because like, well, Idaho is a predominantly red state, which is fine, but obviously my fucking values don't, exceed past, what I preach to you, everybody here, as I have constant conversations about ICE. I have constant conversations about Israel because everybody wants to talk to me about politics because they think that's interesting, right? And my views are not the fucking echo chamber that they are used to, which is great. I'm more than happy to talk about it. I have a podcast about it. But in saying that, you have people out there, and I'm going to use, like I said, Idaho as an example. You have people out there that hate another fucking race for fucking what? Because the Fat Orange told you to? Because you don't know anything about fucking culture? You don't know anything about how the government's fucking them over just as bad as they're fucking you over? And like, the biggest thing that I hear all the time, the biggest thing, right, is that, oh, well, I voted for the Fat Orange because he was going to bring more money in my wallet. Sure. Maybe. Okay, fine. But you also voted on all that other fucking dumb shit he said, like the ICE shit. Like all the fucking, oh, I'm going to deport fucking all the illegals. All that they're trying to do is just fucking live like everybody else. And like, that's like a big thing that I've fucking come to notice, right? You know what the difference between a ghetto and a trailer park is? Nothing. There's nothing. There's no fucking difference there. Location. That's it. Instead of fucking Section 8 housing, you have trailers. They're all eating the same fucking government cheese, they're getting fucking railed by the government just like the next guy and the next guy. But here's the thing. The government was more than happy. This has happened multiple times throughout history as well. Hitler's a fucking perfect example. they will point their fucking fingers at somebody else and say they're the problem. They're the ones that are the fucking problem, and that's exactly what's going on right now with the fucking ICE shit, and like it's not gonna get better. So the moral of the story is, America, fucking do better. We need to lead by fucking example. And the example that we have right now, how are you going to teach that to your kids? That's the big thing that everybody's got to think about here. It's fucking baffling. Honestly, there should be no fucking war with fucking Israel or Iran or fucking Russia and Ukraine or any of this other dumb shit. Fuck that shit, man. You know what it is? What it is all these fucking political powers and leaders right now that are making trillions off your fucking hard work, off you breaking your fucking back, and they are just fucking eating it up, and they're keeping you guys silent and dumb. And that's the real moral of the story of this is. So what do you do to change that? I don't know. I don't have an answer for that. I really don't. But something needs to change, hands down.
Nuclear holocaust?
I don't know about that. It's a lot of unnecessary death. But I don't know. It's more class warfare than anything. I personally feel that. I don't like saying that. I really don't. But at the same time, if you're making money off of fucking other people and like they're not being treated fairly or unjust, you are the fucking problem, and you always will be. Yeah.
See, there's so much racism going on too. It's like, it's a stigma. You can't hate. I'll use this as an example. It's not like the '60s anymore. You can't hate on black people. So now they're going after people from Mexico or Spanish descent because that's now the hot topic, and it's okay when it's actually not. It's just you being a piece of shit.
I completely agree with that, hands down.
It's literally all it is people like, oh, I could be racist publicly and nobody's gonna shame me for it. Bad.
And that's exactly what it is. People always want to blame somebody else. That's the problem. When all in reality they're blaming the wrong people. I'm not gonna sit here and say that, if you're out fucking your life up and that's how you chose to do that, that's on you. But the people that out here that are trying to just live and survive, like 95%, I'm gonna say 95%, 95% of America, right, that have been hosed and fucked over, that have been hosed and fucked over by the system, or had some crazy accident where they can't work and they're still getting fucking hosed and fucked by the system. That's the problem right there, is that these 95% of people aren't fucking willing to do what needs to be done to make the change. And I don't know what that change. I don't know what that is. I don't have an answer for that, nor will I ever. I think I don't know, but it needs to be a thing. It needs to. I feel like everybody. And I know I don't have a fucking mass viewing following here at all, but the 80 people that have listened or do listen, I don't know. Sit down in the mirror and fucking think about that. Especially if you have any fucking questions about fucking why you may hate another fucking race for some odd reason, or why is this going on in the world, and why aren't you getting the help, or why isn't your neighbor getting the help, or why isn't your community getting the help that they fucking need and deserve? That's the real question here, and that's what we all should take from any fucking problem or solution. That $30 billion that we just fucking sent to Iran, how could that have helped your community? How could that have helped your state? How could that have helped half of your country, or your state, or the whole state, or the next 4 states that's next to yours? How could that have helped you guys there? That's the.
Oh yeah, you know how many kids are hungry every day? It's 13.5%.
Yeah.
Of kids don't know if they're gonna eat today.
How many fucking veterans are on the streets every night? You know what I mean? It's the same fucking premise, and you're gonna, and like, that's the problem. Is like, there's so much blind faith in the fat orange that like half you guys don't even know what your fucking morals are. You know what I mean? And like that's the real fucking wild thing here. And when Trump leaves office and I'm still making these podcasts and I'm even older, and like I'm just gonna have the same viewpoints, but I'm assuming I'm gonna be saying it about a Democrat. Because I don't think a Republican's going to win next fucking election, nor do I care. I'm going to hate on them too, because they're going to do the same corrupt bullshit that is going on right now.
Just in a different way.
The poor get poorer, the rich get richer, and that's the fucking problem. But that's all I have to say about this. Sorry. I went on a fucking whole ass spiel there. Fucking whatever.
Imagine how much that $30 billion could help. You know.
Brandenburg v. Ohio, 1969. By the way, I cover my ass. Fuck you, Fed. Anyway. But before we get to egg prices, we got one more article. It's another update. So the lawsuit officially filed against Pocatello Police after fatally shooting of an autistic teen. Fuck yes. So the town of Pocatello has to pay for this, which is sad because it's not the town's fault, but it's the police fault, and the police should be, by all means, be paying for this, especially because they are the ones that did it. They did the crime. They needed the punishment. But so yeah. So the lawyers representing the family of Victor Perez held a press conference Thursday to announce a lawsuit filed against the Pocatello Police Department. Victor Perez was shot 9 times by Pocatello police officers, which we did show a video on here, and we did shout out for prayers and shit for his family, and him, because he wasn't dead at the time, but he is now, sadly. But yeah. So he was shot 9 times by Pocatello police officers on April 5th. Later dying from his injuries. You can watch the full press conference below. The lawsuit officially filed by attorneys from the law firm Burris, Nisbon, Curry, and Lacey. Butchering names out here. And local attorney Jeffrey Call alleges that the department violated Victor's civil rights. What did I say?
Jeffrey?
Jennifer, Jeffrey, whatever. Anyway, so yeah, claiming that they violated Victor's civil rights, which they most certainly did. Civil rights attorneys John Barris, representing the Perez family, emphasized that the Americans with Disabilities Act, the ADA, requires law enforcement to find alternatives to deadly force when officers are aware an individual has a disability, which they were. There's been countless times they were called out there because of the neighbors, and they knew he had a disability. Also, you could have, when they ran up, all fucking 8 of those officers, or there was 5 or 8 of them that ran up. Before they gunned him down, you could definitely tell there was something wrong with him. So, there's that. But this is just another fucking case of police not knowing what the fuck they're doing, and they're not trained to deal with the situation at hand. Clearly incompetent fucking bastards. Yeah. So on May 21st, 2025, a local news investigation uncovered that the Pocatello Police had past interaction with Perez and made note of Victor's disabilities in at least 2 police reports. Burris contends that the Pocatello Police failed to meet the standard outlined in the ADA, which clearly, scroll. Because of their failure to exercise de-escalate type tactics, to be aware that he was mentally impaired and therefore able to talk in a different way, they took the most aggressive action possible. Yeah. So it's clear as day. They went out there and they had murder on the mind, clearly.
You see, they released the names of the officers.
Did they? Fuck. Okay. Where's that at?
Dylan Buchanan, Tyler Evans, and Jordan Williams. 3 officers shot.
There was more. There was fucking 5 in the video that ran.
3 shot though.
Oh, there was only 3 that shot.
Yeah.
They should be held fully accountable. Like, that's murder, straight up fucking murder.
KTVB has the article with their names in it.
But
yeah.
So yeah. So shout out to the family. I hope you get everything you guys deserve. It should not have fucking happened like this at all, and it's sad that this happened in a community that's so close to me. So it just shows.
It's the paragraph under April 12th that has the names.
Yep, right here.
Victor Perez died April 12th. That one?
No,
Yeah,
the one
it's
right
the-
under.
Oh.
Yeah, the right under it. Federal lawsuit.
The federal lawsuit names the city of Pocatello Police Chief Roger Shee and Officer Dylan Buchanan, Tyler Evans, and Jordan Williams as defendants. alleges violation of federal civil rights law, including excessive force and unlawful seizure under the 4th and 14th Amendments. So, yeah.
They fired 20 shots at that kid.
Isn't that crazy? That's like, what, at least a quarter of each of their clips?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's fucking wild. For a steak knife in his hand, of all things. Like, what?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's,
Like, he's having a cookout. He probably didn't even know he was holding the goddamn knife.
yeah. It's super, super sad. So, I don't know. Keep the Perez family in your fucking thoughts. You know, it's disgusting that this has happened in a community that's so close to me, and I really hope the Perez family gets everything they deserve, because their son was taken from them at way too early. So
There's been a lot of crazy shit happening in Pocatello lately.
what else you got in Pocatello? What do you know that I don't know?
Baby that just got ran over like a couple weeks ago.
I didn't fucking
His
hear
parents
about
were
that.
being neglectful.
What the fuck?
Yeah, there's been a lot of shit.
Jesus.
Pocatello's a shithole. Understood. But holding true to
It's a
the
good place to buy
Beardarchy way.
drugs.
So holding true to the Beardarchy way, we got the 60 rack. And guess what? Egg prices have gone down again. Let's go. $13.22 is how much you get for 60 eggs, dude. We like
Here,
to
let
hear
me
it.
tell you how much they are here.
At
Is it 60
Walmart.
pack?
At
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the Walmart.
Winco here,
13.22
it's
as well.
16 now still.
Oh wow. Yeah, it's 13.22 in my Walmart.
Hell
Same
yeah.
price.
You like to see it. You
I
like to see
think
it.
I'm gonna start grabbing them at Walmart when I'm there because Winco's almost $3 more.
Which is crazy because Winco's like discount as fuck usually.
I
Right.
know everything else is cheaper, but for some reason, fucking egg prices are still skyrocketing at Winco. They
Huh.
went down for like a week and then right back up.
But, yep,
But-
that's episode 18 of the Beardarchy. I know we had some technical delays, I think, in there a few times. So I'll double check on those, but if it cuts out a little bit, it does straighten back out. So, yeah, we'll see about that. Anything to add?
ACAB.
ACAB? Cody?
ACAB.
What now? Sorry.
Anything you want to add?
Hey. Don't vote for the big beautiful bill.
Don't vote for the big beautiful bill. Ginger Goon for president. And fuck the federal government.